Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Today we're going to be looking at Hunt Royale's two notorious litter bugs and trying to determine which one is better, Plague Doctor or Lavamander.
Hunting monsters, testing gear. Level up and dungeons clear. Can it solo? Does it work? Or will it hardcore? Have no fear. Join iLoLz as we test it all. Come and join us in the Hunt Lab. Hunt Lab. Hunt Lab.
Alrighty, for round one, we are playing hardcore hunt mode. So just a reminder, like what happened in our last video, XP abilities have been removed from selection pool for both hunters. This is because I don't want to give one hunter an advantage over another because they got more XP abilities during their game, and so this seems like the fairest way to maintain the integrity of the point system. As you can see, we got Plague Doctor and Lavamander. We're spamming Death Strike. That's just because damage ultimately doesn't matter if you can get them to insta-kill. And so the main focus here is to run around and Death Strike as many monsters as we can during this entire round. And so in order to maintain some form of comparison, I went ahead and I'm using the Spider Pet with Plague Doctor, and I'm using the brand new Blightwing Pet with Lavamander. This is so that way in later modes I'm able to stack fire, similarly to how I can stack poison. And so with that, we are into round two. Round two is going to be boss hunt mode, and similar to last video, both hunters are limited to level 10, meaning they have to reach level 10, and then they can go to the boss. They can't become level 11 or anything. And this is just so to ensure that all hunters in the competition have to level up before they go. Some hunters are able to go at just sole level 1, and that's not fun. So with that said, Plague Doctor had a little bit of struggles, some pretty greedy bots here, and they really emphasize the PvP mode of this, stealing stars and monster kills. But Lavamander is able to clean up and level up a little bit quicker, solely because I believe of that explosion ability that Lavamander has. And so we can see that Lavamander gets to the boss first, but Plague Doctor kills the boss quicker, which is pretty cool when you really think about it. Round 3, the gloves are off as we move into Bounty Hunter. So I wasn't really sure how to process this one. I wasn't sure if Plague Doctor was going to do better, if Lavamander was going to do better. I tried my best just not to look at the time and just focus on what I was doing. I utilized teleport in this one just to try to keep it a little bit quicker. It's not like the last video with superhero and supervillain where I'm able to kind of jet across the map and hit no matter what. I have to be a little bit more intentful with my movement, since both of them have to cross paths with other hunters. And so I will say that I was very surprised that Lavamander's explosion didn't do nearly as well as I thought it was going to. And this opened me up into realizing that Plague Doctor has a slight advantage with his pools, because it appears that although the pools are smaller that he drops, they last longer. And I noticed that spawning and moving hunters in this mode were running into it when I already walked away from them, and it was just coincidental, and it was a lot harder to do that with Lavamander. And that brings us to round 4. Instead of doing floor 110 on dead grounds, I thought that would be kind of boring and tedious, so I decided, well, we got Shrine Defense. Why don't we just use Shrine Defense and see who does better on this one? It was going to be tricky. I wasn't anticipating either of them getting 100%. So I knew that going into this, it was really going to come down to how well they were able to mitigate the bosses and how quick their Death Strike would hit. I thought that Lavamander had a slight advantage here because of the size of the pool, and as well as the explosive ability. So my thought was the stronger monster with the sword that comes out, that Lavamander would use explosion to blow them up, and that would help save a ton. What I didn't really factor was the fact that, yeah, you're going to use your explosion, but now you don't have them on the floor anymore. Whereas Plague Doctor always has their poison on the floor until they disappear. There is no explosion mechanic. And there you have it. This was a great matchup between Plague Doctor and Lavamander, if I do say so myself. There's a meme about this. You had us in the first half. Thank you everyone for tuning in, checking out this video. If you don't mind, go ahead and hit like and subscribe. It helps a ton with growing the channel. And if you enjoy Hunt Lab and you have a couple of ideas, things you want to see on here, go ahead and let me know in the comments below. And if your idea is picked, we'll include you in the video. Thanks everyone. I hope you have a wonderful day. See you in the next one.